This video, we'll be going over the additional Medicare tax or Tier 1 RRTA tax uh, worksheet. This worksheet supports Schedule 8812, which taxpayers use to claim the child tax credit, the additional child tax credit, or the tax credit for other dependents. You probably will not need to complete this form unless you're otherwise directed to, because either your employer withheld or you paid additional Medicare tax or Tier 1 RRTA taxes. RRTA is basically the railroad workers version of Social Security and Medicare. So if you're not familiar with that, then a lot of this form will not apply to you. So we'll go through this form. Basically, at the very top, we're calculating the amount of Social Security, Medicare, and additional Medicare tax paid on wages. Then in line 7, self-employment income. Then the rest of the form is basically Tier 1 RRTA taxes for railroad employees or employee representatives. So starting at the top, you'll enter the amount of Social Security tax withheld either on IRS on your Form W-2 Box 4 or for Puerto Rico taxpayers 499R2 or W-2 PR Box 21. So if you're filing a joint return as a married couple, enter the combined tax withheld. So in line 2, you'll do the same for Medicare tax withheld. Instead of Box 4, you'll find that on Box 6 of W-2, and you'll find this on Box 23 instead of Box 21. These boxes do include additional Medicare tax withheld. In line 3, you'll enter the amount from IRS Form 8959, line 7, which is the actual additional Medicare tax calculated for your income situation. So you'll add lines 1, 2, and 3. And then in line 5, you'll enter line 22 from 8959, which is the additional Medicare tax withheld. You'll enter that, and then in line 6, you'll subtract that tax that was withheld from the tax that was calculated in line 4. You'll enter the total here. If you have self-employment income, then in line 7, you will enter 1/2 of the additional Medicare tax, if applicable, on self-employment income, which is 1/2 of the amount that's on line 13 of your Form 8959. If you're not a railroad employee or an employee representative, you do not have to complete lines 8 through 15. You would simply go down to line 16. You would add the total of lines 6 and 7, and then enter that amount either on line 21 of Schedule 8812, or if applicable, line 7 of Credit Limit Worksheet B. So I'll walk through lines 8 through 15 for railroad employees. In line 8, you'll enter the Tier 1 tax, which you'll find on W-2 Box 14. You'll enter the Medicare tax, which is also on Form W-2 Box 14. In line 10, you'll enter the additional Medicare tax, if applicable, on RRTA compensation as an employee. That's Form 8959, line 17. Do not use this amount for both line 10 and line 14. So basically in lines 12, 13, 14, and 15, you're entering this information as if you're an employee representative. In lines 8, 9, 10, and 11, you're entering as if you're an employee. So unless you have a married couple where one qualifies under one situation and the other applies, the other one qualifies for both, then you would simply just do one or the other, but not both. So on line 11, you're adding lines 8 through 10, and you're kind of leaving that right there. If you have to complete lines 12 through 13 or 14, you're basically entering kind of similar numbers as reported to employee representatives. So in line 12, 1/2 of all Tier 1 tax is reported on Form CT2, line 1 for all 4 quarters of 2022. Form CT2 being the quarterly report, the quarterly income statement for employee representative. In line 13, 1/2 of the Tier 1 Medicare tax, which is found on line 2 of the Form CT2. And then on line 14, 1/2 of the additional Medicare tax on RRTA compensation as a representative. You'll find this on Form 8959, line 17. And again, don't use the same amount for line 14 reporting as you would on line 10. That's double dipping, and that could disrupt your calculations down the line. So in line 15, you'll add lines 12, 13, and 14. So at this point, you should have final figures for line 6, line 7, line 11, and line 15. You'll combine those and you'll enter the total here. Also on line 21 of Schedule 8812, and if applicable, line 7 of Credit Limit Worksheet B. That's all there is to this additional Medicare tax worksheet. You can find much more information on the entire schedule 8812 as well as all 4 worksheets by going to our website. Simply go to teachmepersonalfinance.com, type in schedule 8812, and you should see our in-depth article that also includes step-by-step instructions for the schedule itself as well as all of the worksheets. If you like our articles, please subscribe to our newsletter. If you like our YouTube videos, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can join as a paid membership and receive additional perks, or you can simply subscribe and be apprised of new videos as we publish them. If you have any questions or comments, please post them in the comments section. Otherwise, have a great day, and thank you very much.